Are you serious? Are you serious? Everybody get a cup of coffee unless you live in Detroit, Michigan or Flint, Michigan. Don't drink the water. What? Oh, man, that coffee is really good. But, guys, I'm praying for Detroit. We're praying for Detroit. We've got uranium. And they've had this story buried and hid. Shh. Just now coming out, uranium. A contaminated site collapsed in the Detroit River after Thanksgiving weekend. A Detroit property contaminated with uranium and other dangerous toxic chemicals partially collapsed into the Detroit River. Are you serious? And it happened on December the 5th, 3 days ago. It started to give, but then it completely collapsed. It is absolutely a disaster of biblical proportion. And guess what, guys? The Detroit River does run into the drinking water. Already Flint can't get their water fixed forever. They've had toxic chemicals and lead in the pipes and all kinds of corruption, and 6 people have been arrested. Can I just put a shout out right now? Somebody help me. Get a flashlight. Somebody get the flashlight. Turn on the lights. The contamination in Detroit River, Flint River. It's all bad. Well, guys, here's the deal. Guys, seriously, this is really bad. Let me just say right now, look, www.patriotflashlight.com. You're going to need one if you're up there in Detroit. You're going to need one of these because the lights are going to go out next the way things are going. Oh, no, but the new Patriot Brother X 2020 flashlight model is here. It is here. And with all the common threats now, days to freedom, especially with the riots occurring in Hong Kong, the California threatening to shut down the power grids. Detroit's got uranium in the water. Flint, Michigan's got contaminant toxins in the water. And then all the other stuff going on. One of the best things you could invest in right now, guys, is this heavy-duty protective Patriot X 2020 flashlight. Seriously, this thing's amazing. Okay, it's got the flash. If you're in an emergency situation, if you're in a parking lot, you're uncomfortable, turn that on. And guess what else? You can get right here inside the flashlight. You unscrew this right here. There's a rope you can hook there if you need to pull on something. If you drop your keys or something, you can't reach it. You've got a magnet here. If you locked your keys, your car, and you just need to get in it, boom, you can break it with this thing. And then this got a compass on the end of it if you get lost. Are you serious? And if you're stranded, you ran out of gas, you got the light on, you need help, but you're in the back road somewhere, and your cell phone's dead, your battery's dead. Look at this, it's got a USB port that you can plug that in right there, and all of a sudden, boom, charge your phone. Beautiful. It's all of these wonderful things are in this. This is an incredible flashlight. High LED. I won't even turn this on. I don't want to blind you. Okay. Just incredible. It's perfect flashlight. It's the perfect gift for your loved ones this holiday season. Limited supply though. And this is the very last chance. Guys, go to www.patriotflashlight.com. That's www.patriotflashlight.com. Use the promo code Begley20. Save 20%. It's heavy, very heavy duty. What a great flashlight. You need this, guys. Seriously, don't mess around. Get the light. Turn out the lights. All right, now, again, uranium contaminated, horrible situation, collapsing into the Detroit River, guys. Collapsing into the Detroit River. Here's the picture of it as it completely gave way. This is a horrible thing to happen. And according to the report, the site known as the Detroit Dock allegedly collapsed. What do you mean allegedly collapsed? It did collapse. It's not allegedly collapsed. It's collapsed. Okay. And under the weight, a very large pile that were stored on the site during the Thanksgiving weekend. They stored it there for Thanksgiving weekend. Now, they went to move it, but on December 5th, it gave way. The news is especially concerning because the Detroit drinking water intake lines are nearby downriver. So what you do the math. Uranium contamination falls into the Detroit River. The river flows downstream. The intake valves are there for the drinking water. Somebody better let people know. Do I have to be the guy? I'm way down here. I'm just a little country preacher in the cornfields of Indiana. And do I got to sound all the alarms? Do I got to sound all the alarms, blow all the whistles? The drinking water, it's wormwood. It's wormwood. It's wormwood. It's wormwood. It's wormwood. If we're not careful, because this is what it does. It's contamination. Oh, no. No, and get this, the property had been listed by the United States Department of Energy and the Environmental Protection Agency as a contaminated site due to the use of uranium and other dangerous chemicals during the manufacturing dating back to the 1940s. Located at 5851 West Jefferson, the property formerly was a Revere copper and brass site. Revere Copper was subcontracted in the 1940s to build the world's first atomic bomb and continued to make uranium rods all the way up into the 1950s right there. The site has faced scrutiny regarding safety hazards and who would be held responsible for its cleanup. But according to 2011 evaluation study, the U.S. National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health of the property at the time that was a potential for significant residential radiation. Radioactive. And so now radioactive spill notice. Due to the timing of the collapse, the spill went unnoticed to many responsible state and federal environmental regulatory agencies. U.S. Environmental Protection Agency officials were not aware of the collapse until it contacted by the Windsor Star on Wednesday. What? WDBA's Mark Butler said Wednesday the WDBA is aware of the spill and the aggregate from the marine facility into the Detroit River. Guys, this stuff collapsed over Thanksgiving and nobody knew about it until the following Wednesday. This past Wednesday, I should say. It's still contaminated. Are they shutting down the water intake to Detroit? They haven't. Have you tested the water? Don't give the water to your daughters. And now Canada's concerned because on down the river, it goes into the Windsor, Canadian water, Flint, and now you got Detroit and the uranium. Guys, don't miss the broadcast tonight. I'll be live at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk about this. This is horrible, Brock. This is horrible. He's back there. He's right now cramming as hard as he can. Try to get all the everything together for you. We'll be ready to go at 7 o'clock. I don't know. Detroit, it's like they're cursed. Detroit and Flint, the whole area. It just, no matter what happens, what's wrong? Why does this keep happening to these poor people? They don't deserve this. There's good people up there. They don't deserve this.